Hello everybody, it is day 50. It is May 28th, 2020. But you can probably see that in the title, so let's get into it. So hello, my name is Michael, and you probably already knew that because you're watching this video. But we have hit 50 days of creating a song a day, and that's awesome. So I'm going to get into the song breakdown. The song is called A Phone Call. I really like it. I think it's a representative of everything I've learned over the past 50 days using Ableton. But I unfortunately have some sad news. It's not that sad, but I have some bad news to declare. Is that I am calling it quits after this. I'm going to stop for a bit, and the reason being is that I want to focus on other things, and this does take up a bit of my time. I think it's spending about roughly an hour and a half, 2 hours on each song. That's about 75, 80 hours. So that is a lot more time than I thought I would be spending doing this. So I am going to, put that time towards other things, projects, practicing new instruments like bass or trumpet or cornet. Definitely very happy with how this process turned out, because it was never about endurance. It was about creativity and the creative process. I am sad to see it go, but as with everything in life, we must say goodbye. That doesn't mean I won't try it again, because I do plan on doing something like this again in the future. But as for right now, I'm going to call it quits. Thank you so much for 50 days. And let's get into the live session. Thank you so much, and I'll see you over there. Hello everybody, so this is the live session for A Phone Call. So it's a pretty simple track. There's 2 audio tracks and 4 other MIDI tracks. So it's fairly simple. It just starts with this kind of mellow drum beat on just like a mellow kit. And then to add the phone call aspect of it, I added these kind of like beeps. And then obviously the phone dial sound that we all know and love. So I added that. And then we have this, it's just me talking. I recorded it on my phone. So it normally sounds like this.
I just wanted to say thank you for sticking with me through this.
So obviously, pretty much phone quality. But then I EQ'd the low and the high off, and you end up with something that sounds more like it's coming through a phone speaker.
Hey, just wanted to say thank you for sticking with me through this.
It's a lot grainier. It's just kind of a lot more lo-fi. So that's a super cool technique if you ever want to use it. I'm not great at it, but it gets the job done. And then I obviously have again the phone sound. Oops, I have to unsolo that. And then I have just a nice touch, which is the phone hanging up sound. So that kind of creates this arc of like it's a phone call, and at that it's the last phone call that I will make of this 50 days. So moving on past that, there's a tempo shift. Moving into the second half, there's like a decrescendo, and then it hits really hard with like all of the new. Basically, I flipped the phone call. So I kind of chopped it up here. It's like hey, hey, and then it goes into just badness. And then what I did for the second half of it, or the second chunk of it, is I just reversed the sample, warped it so that it got super kind of distorted, and then just threw some delay on it. So I also think I transposed it up a bit. So that ended up just kind of making it more feel like the sample was flipped. Nothing here in the MIDI section was too extraneous or interesting. Just kind of like I found out that kick drum was a G coincidentally, my voice was also a G, which ends up working out. And then got this new nice like saw bass that's kind of like has the frequency turned down on it, and then obviously the hip hop piano. So it's super simple. It's just like the basic drums, bass, chords, and then flip sample. The only thing else is at the end of the song, at the end of this section, it's just kind of like a vocal outro.
I'll be back sooner than you think. Just you wait. Goodbye.
So I really like this ending. It's a lot quieter than the rest, but it's just saying, I'll be back sooner than you think. What did I say?
I'll be back sooner than you think. Just you wait.
Just you wait. Yeah, just you wait. And then I say goodbye, which is a separate clip. And the reason it's a separate clip is because I turn, let's go to automation. I turn on the delay here. So then you get that like goodbye. So that's kind of like the beef of this. Yeah. So that's pretty much this session. I really like how this song turned out. I like the whole phone call aspect of it. I think it adds a lot. And let's check the automation if there's anything else interesting. Just track volume changes, and the song tempo also changes there. And then the reverb and delay are also added on the vocal track when it starts to get distorted for the flip. But other than that, that is pretty much it. This song is a phone call. This is day 50. Once again, I want to thank you so much for just kind of coming on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll do it again sometimes, but I really want to focus on YouTube content and practicing. So I had a lot of fun, but I think it is time to put this challenge to rest. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.